Hello, welcome back to our live coverage of the East Midlands Regional Championships. Apologies for the interruption in coverage. We had a small technical error during the last heat. Luckily, you've only missed one. You missed heat 4, which I'll bring you the details of in a moment. Meanwhile, in the water now is heat 5. You're just watching a swimmer in lane 5. That is Asia Ko. Touch first in 2:19.38. Second into the wall was lane 4, Constance Phillips. And that time there was 2:24.14. It was 2:27.37 for Eleanor Broughton to touch third. The heat before, heat 4, lane 5, Holly Marshall won that heat in 2:22.19. And the second place swimmer there was lane 4, Kate Morris, in 2:28.70, 2:29.95 for Francesca Palfrey. This is the final heat now of the 200 fly. 0 is Freya Jones for Nova Centurion. Katie Hammond for the Uni of Nottingham is in lane 1. 2, Alyssa Lowe for the City of Leicester. 3 is Olivia Hunter for the City of Leicester. 4, Maisie Elliott for Loughborough Uni. 5, Henrietta Diamassa for Repton. 6 is Poppy Mead for Derby Excel. And then Grantham have Grace Turner in 7, Evie Turner in 8, and Francesca Hallam-Stott in lane 9. .50 metres to go on this final heat of the 200 fly. Maisie Elliott leads the way in a split time there of 1:42.99. Comfortably ahead at this point. Swimming here for Loughborough University, Henrietta Diamassa in third place behind Olivia Hunter in lane 3. And yeah, Olivia Hunter is coming up fast on the finish here, but Maisie Elliott is going to get the touch, I think. She doesn't. She's touched out by 2/100ths of a second. Maisie Elliott takes the second place time of 2:19.77. Wow, what a final we've got on the books then. 2:19.77 for Maisie Elliott, 2:19.75 for Olivia Hunter, puts her in first place. And then 2:19.38 was the fastest time from Asia Ko in the previous heat. So 3 swimmers all within the 2:19 region going into tonight's final for the 200 fly. And we know that swimmers like Maisie Elliott have a little bit more in the tank too. Could we see, who knows what we could see tonight actually, or I say tonight, it will be this afternoon for those finals. men's 50 metres backstroke to come now. Owen Johnson of Repton will go in lane 3. Daniel Dengen for Grantham in 4. And Hayden Potts for Lincoln Vulcans in lane 5. Owen Johnson swimming S10. Daniel Degnan 33.70. Hayden Potts 33.80, 36.69 for Owen Johnson. Those are their entry times. First into the wall there was Daniel Degnan in 31.8. That's a way under his entry time, that. Heat 2 coming up. 0 is Oliver Seeley. 1, Joseph Diacon. 2, Benjamin Cammy. Gilbert Bailey goes in 3. 4, Zach Silcock. 5, Jamie Love. 6, Noah Stevens. 7, Kingsley Standing. And 8, Ruben Fox Kirkham. Lauf, Johnfield, Longington, Nottingham, Leander, Carlton Forum, Nova Centurion, Ricknold, Colville and the City of Leicester. .25-metre mark passed by lanes 4 and 6 at the same time. 3 pulling through and 0 also in contention. No swimmer in lane 9 in this heat. Finishing, I think 6 could get there first, just ahead of 3. It was 4 there, second note. Noah Stevens was first in 31.99. Second for Zach Silcock. Third for Gilbert Bailey. Heat 3 is on the way. Aaron Simpson goes in 0. 1, James Duggan. 2, Liam Hill. 3, Jensen Hilton. 4, Kieran Dexter. 5, Oliver Rann. 6, Finley Danby. 7 is Connor Allen. 8, Carlos Sierra Vielgas. And 9 is Joshua Craven. Long Eaton, Swadlincote, Nova, City of Lincoln, Oadby, Carlton Forum, Boston, Wellingborough, Chesterfield and City of Lincoln. 31.60 for Kieran Dexter, the fastest time here. 32.20 for Josh Craven will be the slowest time. So half a second separating fastest from slowest in this heat. 25 done, 25 to go, and 5 seem to be first to that 25-metre marker. Oliver Rann. And under the 5-metre flags we go. Slight issue with the camera there, which missed the finish, but Connor Allen takes it in 31.31. Second was Oliver Rann, and third, Carlos Villegas. Heat 4 coming up. Chong San, Marcus Chan, it goes in 0. 1 is Joseph Laurie. 2, Curtis Minnie. 3, Edward Bailey. 4, Daniel Doyle. 5, Harrison Clark. 6, Oliver Sorrell. 7, Tyler Hollyman. 8, Pavel Johnson. 9, George Cummings.
Lane 0, Chong-San, Marcus Chan, Kettering.
31.05 to 31.06 is the difference between Daniel Hoyle and Harrison Clark. 1/100th of a second between the two swimmers in the centre. But keep your eye on lane 2 up at the top, swimming well at the moment. They are over first. Sorry, they are over first. They are approaching the wall first. 4 coming through in the last few meters, but it is lane 2 that got there first. Curtis Mini in 30.05. Wow, we're now over a second faster than the previous heat. Daniel Doyle, second in 30.28. 30.69 is third for Oliver Sorrell. Heat 5 about to jump in. Jack Hughes in 0. Ewan Cox in 1. Henry Pawson in 2. Jack Bohr in 3. Josh Clark in 4. 5 is Jared Collins. 6, Joe Damon. 7, Cole Stevens. 8, Jack Zarovica. And 9 is Finley Gibson. No lane 9, actually. Well, I said there was a 100th of a second between first and second in the last heat. This time, lanes 3, 4, and 5, and lane 6 all enter on exactly the same time. 3, 4, 5, and 6 all enter on 30.60. So, who knows how this is going to end. 15 remain, and 4 seems to be the slightest of margins ahead of 3. It was Joshua Clark in 29.98. That's the first time we've seen under 30 seconds. 29.98 for Josh Clark. Second, Jack Bohr in 30.27. Henry Pawson, third with a 30.60. Well, that was the entry time that everybody had. Heat 6 coming up. 0 through 4, Ryan Cornish, Cole Angel, Harry Kingston, William Sodden Barton, and Alfie Lynch. 5 through 9, Ben Gibbons, Thomas Beach, James Facer Hampsey, Jensen Ward, and Ewan Hayes Wormel. This time a 100th between lane 4 and lane 5. Lane 5 seems to be up and racing fastest. Going to get first to 25 metres with lane 7 joining along. 5 is Ben Gibbons and 7 is James Facer Hampsey. Less than 10 to go and Gibbons continues to lead this heat. He's going to take it fairly comfortably in the end, actually. 29.27 sets the new fastest so far. Gibbons swimming is 16 years old. James Facer Hampsey, he's 17 and he is second with a 30.24. Still only the 2 that we've seen under 30. Heat 7 on the way. Luke Witten in 0. Ruben Snelson in 1. 2 through 5. Lewis Jackson, Dylan Jameson, Joseph Parnell, and Henry Crust. 6 through 9. Harry Deason, Jack Goldfinch, Mario Vasconcelos Blanche, and Michael Kerslake. So difficult to separate these swimmers. They're all so close to each other. I think that lane 2 may have got to the 25-metre mark first, but some of the swimmers in the lanes closer to us also swimming well too, continuing to have a lead. We'll have a better idea as they come under the 5-metre flags. It's going to be 2 or 6. That's Lewis Jackson in 2 or Matthew Deason in 6. They touch the wall, and it is neither of those two because Jack Goldfinch managed to sneak in the last 5 metres, 30.20 for Goldfinch, and it was joint second between 2 and 6. 30.32 apiece, 0.12 behind our leader from lane 7. Heat 8. 0 is Finley Caudle, Kieran Howard in 1, Ethan Randall in 2, Martin Ian Colvin 3, Tom Truman in 4. 5 through 9 is Lewis Mead, Lewis Shorthose, Thomas Bruce, Thomas McNamara, and Owen Halfway. No lane 7 in this heat. 25 meter mark past lane 6. Taking the lead currently, that is Lewis Shorthose for Mansfield. And coming under the 5 meter flags, well, I gave a prediction last time. Nervous to give one this time as that was a little bit off, but it is Shorthose in 6 that takes it, 28.72. Well, before this heat, we'd hardly seen any swimmers go under 30 seconds. Now the top 1, 2, 3, 4, all under the 30-second mark. 28.72, the winning time. 29.24 for Martin Iankov. But Shorthose, 28.72, that could easily be enough to get him into the final, even though he's not made it into a cyclical heat. Well under his entry time of 29.40. Heats 9, 10, and 11 are our fastest heats. Leo Pollock goes in 0. 1, Malachi McGuinness, Oliver Silver in 2, James Annabelle in 3, Calvin Fry in 4, Cameron Jameson in 5, Adam Fraser in 6, Charlie Jeans in 7, Henry Knight in 8, and Harry Milne in lane 9. 25 to go. We are, of course, expecting Calvin Fry to do well here. He will be the 3rd fastest seed in. 26.76 is his entry time, but Cameron Jameson coming thick and fast here with 5 to go. They pass the 5 meter flags at the same time, and I think Jameson might have just touched him out there. He does. 27.57 is the finish time for Cameron Jameson. Calvin Fry 2nd with a 27.72. 28.59 for Adam Fraser puts him 3rd. And Cameron Jameson in lane 5 is only 16 years of age. So he doesn't even need to qualify for the big final. .27.72 there from Calvin Fry remains the fastest time into the 17 years and over final. 0 through 9, I'm going to rattle through. Sebastian Ebanks, Thomas Daft, George Whittle, Jacob Mills, Lewis Warner, Ashley Donaldson, James Gannicott, Ezra Lambert, Nathan Morgan, and Thomas Boyd. Very quick start from lane 8 there. I actually do get the reaction times. That was 0.52 of a second reaction, which is pretty good going. Lane 4, Lewis Warner, expected to win, of course. 26.30 his entry time under the 5 meter flags, and he has half a body length on Donaldson in 5. The Leander swimmer wins in 26.87. That is the fastest time so far. Ashley Donaldson 2nd with a 27.53. That's 2nd fastest, because the 25 will be 2nd fastest anyway, actually, to be fair. So they are 1st and 2nd into the 17 years and over final. Last heat of the championships here in Derby. No more heats after this one. I'm just going to check the back of my page to make 100% sure. Yeah, no, definitely no more heats. Quickly through the swimmers. Ryan Coles, Ben Twynham, Laurel Roberts-Burrell, Ethan Lawton, Jake Hutchinson, Ethan Richards, Jake Franz, Mackenzie Cannon, Ben Blowers, and Lewis Brown. Last heat of the event here in Derby. Jake Hutchinson and Lewis Warner, who you saw in the previous heat, well, they entered on exactly the same time, 26.30, and it'll be interesting to see who gets the better of the 2 times here. It was 26.87. We just saw Lewis Warner go. What is Jake Hutchinson capable of? We've already seen Hutchinson take a few gold medals and a few top final positions, but he doesn't take this heat. 27.16, a fair bit slower than, I say a fair bit slower, it's fractions of a second slower than Lewis Warner went. But 27.16, fastest time for Ethan Richards. 27.42, 2nd was Jake Hutchinson. That's still going to put him very high up in contention in the final. He will be in one of the good lanes in the middle. Ethan Lawton, third. And just like that, you have it. The heats from Derby are all done. The only swimmers still here at Moorways will be those swimming in finals or relays this afternoon. That session starts from 12:45. Thank you for joining us for the heat sessions, and we hope to see you at this afternoon's finals from 12:45.